Hello. Okay, welcome back again, once again to not Third World Technologies, and as usual, a couple of days ago, the project we were just working on, that is creating a church management software, where is we are getting some things done, and then we wanted to understand more things about how to get started. So on our previous lesson, we learned how to create this particular security checkpoint aspect. So before we get started, I want us to see how to work along with settings in Visual Studio. When I say settings, settings stores, it works like a database, but it's not a database. It stores, it's it stores some temporal files or some temporal security settings you just did. So let's see. um, let's start by working along with a create an account, because normally we have completed this is done, and then the security checkpoint is done. So let's tackle the creating an account before we recover the password, right? So to do that, let's create a new form. Let's call this create account, right? Create account. And there are some things you need to get before you can get started. So creating an account, I'll just get some text boxes. One, two. I'll just get some text boxes. So this will be the person's username. So, and then I will add some text boxes. So this will be the password, right? And then this will be an answer to a security question. And then let's add a combo box, right? And then the combo box will serve as a security question, because um, if we want to make it look more attractive, then we need to work it like this, so that it will be more interesting, So yeah, this is what we are going to do. And then let's add a couple of buttons. So we are going to add two buttons, one here and then one there. So this here and this here. And yeah, all right. So I'll just shrink everything down so that I can just get things going. All right. So let's work along with the interface designing. So that I'll just bring this down. I'll add one label, and then on this label I will bold it, choose 16, and then on the label I will say create an account, right? Okay, so create an account. Then I'll highlight everything and then arrange it. I would like to add another label, that is the label 2, and then add one label 3, add one label 4, add one, that is the label 5. So I will select all these labels, and then what I would do is I'll just go by the fonts and then choose maybe 10. So okay, undo that. I selected the form in addition to that, so I was just selecting, and then I will start editing it. Yeah, so let's go by enter user name here, right? Enter username here, enter password here, and then set up security let's say question, and then let's go to answer, and then let's go to the button, and then for this button we are going to say create accounts, right? And then for this one too we are going to say cancel. And actually basically we are going to work along very fast with this code because it's kind of complicated, like it's kind of take a while. So these settings I will not be going to talk about it because we did it in the previous lesson. So yeah, I will just work along with some stuffs and then get going. Sorry. All right. Okay. So yeah, that is what I'm talking about. Okay, so that is it, except my form border style need to choose fixed single. Okay, all right, so as you can see we are good to go. Let's code the cancel. If the person click on cancel, it should return to the login page. So the login dot show me dot hide, right? Me dot hide. All right, so let's go to the create account. Now let's go to project, church management software, and then let's go to the settings. Now we are going to add some settings here, and then the name for the settings we will call this username, and then the strange okay, then yeah, so the value is text. All right, let's leave the value like that. So username, let's call this password, then let's call this question, then let's call this an answer. All right, so we have successfully added some strings to it, and it's going to help us to save everything. So let's go inside our create account, and then let's do something. So this is text box 1, this is text box 2, and then the question is combo box, and then the answer is text box 3. So get note of it very well. So let's go to the create account, and then let's say let's say by saying text box 1 dot text equals to my dot settings dot username, right? So whatever we type in the text box 1 dot text is going to replace the username in our settings, right? And then let's say my dot text box 2 dot text equals to my dot settings dot password, and then let's say text box 3 dot text equals to my dot settings dot answer, right? And then let's say combo box 1 dot text equals to my dot settings dot question, right? So let's save that, and then let's say after that we say that settings mine dot settings dot save. All right, so it just saved the settings and everything. All right, so let's see how best the question combo box works. So we will go by saying edit the item. So let's say the questions you will choose to remember your password. Who created this software? That is one. Let's say who is the founder of the church, right? Then let's say what is your best pet's name, right? Okay, so let's choose these three options and then it's done. So let's go to the create the login, and then we are going to double click on the create account, and then we will tell the create account to show create account. So create account does show me.hide, right? So let's save it and then let's start it. So yeah, this is it. Let's create account. Now you can see that it just popped up. So the username, I'm going to use Isaac, and then the password, I'm going to use Icesoft, and then the question, I'm going to use who created this software, and then the answer, I'm going to use Isaac, right? Then I'm going to create an account. I have created the account. Now no message popped up, so let's solve that one too. So let's go to the create account and then say if mine.settings.save, then MSG box should tell us that account account created successfully, right? Account created successfully, and then the MSG box style should be information, and then the heading should be created. That is what I want to do. So let's try once more and then let's see how best it works. So I'm going to say Isaac, password is Isaac, and then let's work along with the question, and then let's say Isaac. So create account. Now you can see that account is created. Okay, now let's okay, so for the create account, let's rename this to close instead of cancel. So close, right? So after you are done, you just close it. All right, so let's go ahead and then work along with it. Let's see how best if we finish creating the account. Let's say I will create account Isaac, password Isaac, and then the question, and then the answer is Isaac, right? And then I just created the account. I want to type the Isaac here and then the password as well, Isaac, so that I log in, so that it will just fit for me. So to do that, basically let's go to the login, then let's click on the login. All these codes, they are necessary, but this time we are not going to focus on the admin, and then we are not going to focus on this admin. So we are going to say that if textbox1.text equals to mine.settings dot mine.settings dot, let's say username, and textbox2, which is the password, equals to mine.settings dot password, then it should tell us something. So the settings we just did for the username and then the password, it will just work. Let's see, we are doing some we are getting some error here. Let's see, we are going to reciprocate it. Reciprocating means that instead of using my textbox1.text equals to mine.settings, we are going to reciprocate it. So it would be like mine.settings dot username equals to textbox1 dot text, right? So the same thing, mine dot settings dot password equals to text text box 2 dot text. Then mine dot settings dot answer equals to text box 3 dot text. And then the last one, mine dot settings dot question equals to combo box 1 dot text. Let's say dot text. All right, so don't forget to save your project. Now let's work along and see how best it works. So we are going to create an account. Now you can see that when I type anything, it's not associated. So let's create an account. Let's call this Isaac. Password is 123, and then the question is who created this software, and that is Isaac. So let's create an account created successfully. Now let's go here and then let's say another, let's say James, right? Then the password, let's say Akon. So let's log in. It will say invalid username or password, but let's see how best to work with what we just added up. So we just created an account using Isaac, and then the password was 1 2 3, right? Now you see that it is being logged in successfully. All right, so guys, I hope you enjoyed this particular lesson for today, and until we meet again on our next lesson, we are going to see how to recover your password when you forgot to know the password you used. So you just get through the process and then recover it, and then change your username and then password again. So until we meet again on our next tutorial or on our next lesson, have a nice day, and shout outs to Mr. James Akon, and bye bye.